I love that we got the Kramer from Seinfeld in the background. Try to get some inspirational humor going here.
Oh God.
Pisses me off. Not because I'm soft. I'm not soft. But if you want to wrestle, let's wrestle. If you have a problem with me, let's settle it. If you can't beat me on the mat, try to beat me in the parking lot. But if you can't beat me on the mat, I doubt you can do much to me in the parking lot.
The previous administration took all the guys. Wink, wink.
I just want some ice cream, man. I just want some ice cream.
Welcome back to the Shots Fired podcast, folks. I'm Reiter and Schares alongside Mack Reiter. This is episode 6. I believe all the way up to episode 6 now. So, as always, make sure you are subscribing and rating our podcast. Like I said last time, if you don't give us a 5, just quit listening. We don't need you. Go away. We're up to 5 ratings now. Did you see that?
I did not see that. Are they good?
Well, I'm one of them. So
Okay.
that's 1 5-star. We have one 4-star.
You gave us a 5-star?
Yeah, absolutely. I left a review too. I don't know if you saw it or not.
I did not. I will check it out.
Yep, left a review. So we're up to, and we have 4 5-star ratings and 1 4-star. So I'm
now,
trying.
Can we see who left that 4-star? I want to track that guy down.
I don't think we can. Pat Downey probably gave us a 5-star. I would.
He
think.
definitely did. Although, can we get that last episode off the air? I'm not sure we want to sponsor him anymore.
We did it though. We made it. We qualified.
It's true. We just had to get through. That's all that matters.
Yeah, that was all that matters.
God, I can't wait. I'm going to be in Rochester. I can't wait to see him up close. I'm going to have to get there early, though.
Well, it sounds like he didn't have anybody in his corner. He sounded like he was like yelling for somebody to throw the challenge block in one of the matches, like that was walking by.
Do you think he would let me coach him?
I think so.
Can he not throw the challenge block himself?
I don't know. That was what I was wondering too, because that would be awesome if he couldn't, and he's just begging anybody to throw it.
But he's burned every bridge out there, so literally no one will throw the challenge block for him.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, absolutely. Did you watch any of his matches at all?
I didn't get to see any of his.
I went back and watched them all just for the purposes of this podcast.
How do you look? Like our guy.
Yeah, he's our guy now. We're the only pro Pat Downey podcast out there, I think. So
I can guarantee we're the only pro Pat Downey.
So we're gonna ride him right into the ground or into the sky, wherever it takes us, I guess.
I think at some point we're going to have to learn UFC if that's the point, or MMA.
Yeah,
if we're going to ride him all the way.
It's okay. They televise that too. Yeah, I watched his match. I thought for sure, he didn't do well, that he gassed, but I looked at it and it didn't really look like he gassed. He was just, he was throwing everything he had at the guys though, and he was almost borderline too sloppy, which was why he got caught a couple times.
Okay. He'll get that fixed. He'll get that straightened out.
He took one leg attack like the whole tournament, and he took the guy down like nothing. But
is he training in Iowa City?
No. He was out in Pennsylvania, I think, for a little bit because he's buddies with Provisor's at the Nittany Lion Wrestling Club.
What? Provisor's at the Nittany Lion?
Yeah. Yep.
Man, I'll take anybody there.
Mm-hmm. Well, he is a Olympic, qualifier, I believe, right? I know he was on a world team.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. So, not spending too much time on Pat Downey, I guess, since we spent a whole last podcast. What do you want to start with first here? I think we said the Austin DeSanto to Iowa news. That's a pretty big deal. What are your thoughts on this?
I think, I know I've seen it before, other people say it, but it's like, I get so much joy out of it because there's already, you got a ton of people that already hate DeSanto for his antics last year at Nationals. And, what he did with Miocic was bad. It was not good. But, people are like, never let him wrestle again. And that's a little harsh for him losing his cool. there's been guys that have done worse things. I mean, Sanders stomped on Robles' back when he was laying on the ground. So it's not like people haven't had like actions like that before. But I think it cracks me up because most of those people that are, super upset about DeSanto and think he should be done wrestling also hate Iowa. So like, this kid, I mean, if he does absolutely anything, there's going to be so many people making comments and stuff. And, like, I don't know. I get a kick out of it because, like, I like to watch from afar. And I get it. I really do. I love the antics that go on down in Iowa City. Like, it cracks me up. And I think that this is just, like, the perfect mesh of a guy that really there's nobody on the Iowa team right now that I can hate. And that's hard for me to say. Like with Gilman gone, I lost my guy that I can hate. And I don't really hate DeSanto because I don't really like sure, what he did was not a good look, but whatever. It happened. But I'm hoping that DeSanto comes out and does something to really become that full heel that college wrestling needs.
Yeah, I think college wrestling would be boring if you just had a bunch of Penn States out there where everybody liked them. I mean, now that I guess people are starting to turn on them a little bit too. But
they're just trying to have fun and score points.
You need Iowa. Like,
wrestling needs Iowa.
Yeah,
100% wrestling needs Iowa. The
What's
sport is better when Iowa is good. There's no doubt about that.
It's like in the movie The Dark Knight where he has the Joker. Batman has a Joker hanging upside down. They just talk about how they need each other.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what it is.
And the sport of wrestling is Batman, and the University of Iowa is the Joker.
Absolutely. There we go.
There's a lot of people that said, the kid's autistic. He has, I don't know whether that's true or not, and I don't have a ton of experience with autistic people, so I'm not if they're prone to these outbreaks or something, but I feel like having the coaches that basically encourage fighting as his coach is a recipe for something awesome is going to happen in the next 3 years.
I know I'm looking forward to it. I'm trying.
No way Micic is excited about this move. Coming to the Big Ten where he's going to have to see him 1 or 2 times a year.
Yeah. The guy who's helping us record this podcast, actually, Nick Reiter, he just posted Rutgers' schedule, and it said that they're coming to Iowa, so that means we'll likely have Suriano DeSanto in Carver next year.
Is Suriano going up for sure?
That's what I don't know. That's what everything's pointing to. Yeah. So that would be pretty cool.
Man, everybody's going. I got official word that it sounds like the Minnesota guys 25 through 41 are all going up.
25 through 41.
So Lezak and McKee, and 49. Lezak, McKee, Thorne, Blyes.
How hard are they going to have to cut to make those weights?
Well, I don't know. It sounded like they were cutting pretty good to make it last year, so maybe they'll have some more energy. They don't get tired in the third period.
I think it's so funny when people go up a weight because, the average person sits there and they're like, oh, yeah, they got 10 more pounds. They're fine. Like, do you have any idea how quickly a wrestler can put on 10 pounds?
Yes.
My sophomore year, I made weight at 119 like twice. And the last time I made it was Keith Young. And we weighed in the next day. We're at practice. And I weighed 12 pounds more than I did the day before. And one of our coaches, we're doing push-ups. So one of our coaches was laying beside me, like talking about all the things I would have had to eat and drink to gain that weight. And I'm just sitting there not saying a word going, I'm actually 15 over. I just wrote 12 on the sheet, though.
Oh, my God. That sheet we had at Gilbertville, I never wrote the right weight on that thing in 4 years. Well, that's not true. My whole freshman – well, maybe it is true. Because my freshman year I was writing it was higher than what it actually was. Because I couldn't get up to 103.
I wonder if that's a thing other schools do.
I'm sure it is. I mean, I think a lot of schools document have all the guys write their weight up there.
There was one year or one practice I wrote the weight that I was at, and it was like, I don't know, 10 pounds over a couple days before. And I stayed late after practice. The coach came up to me. He's like, yeah, everybody had a pretty good practice. They all dropped about 5 pounds, so you should be good, plus you're working extra. So I was waiting for him to leave. He never left. He waited till I got on the scale. I stepped on the scale, and I weighed a pound more than what I did when I wrote down. And he's
so you did not write down the right weight.
I did not write down the right weight at all.
The things you do to get by, man.
Oh, yeah. I would just dread that Sunday morning.
I may have fudged a few things in college to get certified to make it to 33 my senior year. Pulled a few tricks.
Yeah, well, there were always tricks that people talked about. Like, was it the eating chocolate or something was supposed to work? Everyone thought.
Mine was pretty straightforward. I just put like 15 pounds on the scale, hit tear, so it said negative 15, and then I was on the scale when our trainer came in to see what I weighed, and then jumped up and reset it real quick.
Okay.
So maybe we don't air this podcast. I may lose my senior year All-American award because I never certified for 33.
I was actually thinking we might get into this talk, and I still have more stories. I don't know if the statute of limitations is up on a couple of them.
This was the fall of 2008, so I don't know if it's 10 years. I should have waited about 6 more months.
Well, then I'm probably good on mine because mine was the Fort Madison tournament. I had somebody else weigh in for me.
Yeah.
But I will say all I had to do was just not eat lunch, and I would have made weight that day. But I said, no, I'm just going to eat lunch, and you're going to weigh in for me. It was just like a pound. So I suppose that's not quite as bad.
Not the 15 us Catholic boys, man, we're honest people.
But then what made it worse was the next year, the guy who weighed in for me got really fat because he was in high school or in college, and I weighed in for him, and that was like 20 pounds. He was in the open division, though.
Okay.
He was like 20 pounds over. I remember they went out, and the ref's going, hey, are you so-and-so? The guy goes, yep. Then he goes to our guy. He goes, are you so-and-so? Or no, he goes, what's your name? And the other guy goes, it's more like, what's the weight? 20 pounds more. He got teched anyway.
He got teched anyway?
Yeah, it didn't matter. So
shoot. Almost had him.
Within
so
10.
DeSanto.
Yeah, wow, we really segued on that one. I don't know. I didn't give my take. I guess there's really nothing new for me to say on it. I'm really excited. I'm an Iowa fan, so at this point, I'm just embracing that everybody hates Iowa. I just love being the heel on it. So,
see, that's the thing. Like, I feel like a lot of people's hate for Iowa is just like because it's like the cool thing to do, and they don't really have. Yeah, I feel like my hate is genuine, so I'm allowed to. But I also don't hate this move. I think it's great. I think it's going to be more entertaining for me.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, I'm excited. Thinking about getting season tickets next year. So.
You don't already have them?
I don't know. It's over an hour drive. You go down to a couple a year. I should. It's a good value, I feel like.
Yeah, and even if you don't make it, so what? You're still supporting the program. Yeah,
I need to. Oh, well.
What I've been trying to do is I coach obviously a few different clubs, and I want to get season tickets and just find a kid that, hey, you worked really hard this week. We got a duel on Sunday. Here's 2 tickets. Just to kind of, I don't know, try to see if we can get new fans in there.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Like that idea. All right. Anything else on that?
No, I think that's pretty good. I mean, it's going to be good, man. There's ample opportunity for him to get better in that room. No doubt about that.
Yeah, this new college wrestling free agency season is kind of fun. I hope it continues in the upcoming years. So
yeah, I saw a few people are like transfers are ruining the sport and stuff. It's like I am very strongly against that. Why are we allowing college coaches? They can just up and leave and go wherever they want, but a kid can't do the same thing. I don't understand how that is a rational thought. Like this kid should not be allowed to leave, but the coach can go. I mean, if the kid doesn't like the situation, man, he only gets 4 years. 4 years to compete. And then that's it. Then it's over. He never gets a chance to compete again. Let the kid go where he thinks he can do the best in those 4 years that he can. And if he's in a situation he's already used up a year, well, now he's only got 3 left, and he doesn't feel like that's the best spot for him, why are we punishing these kids? I don't know.
No, I absolutely 100% agree with everything you say. It's ridiculous. Everything you said, I agree. It's stupid. Shouldn't punish the kids.
Right. Well, they made a commitment. Yeah. So did the coach. I mean, I don't know.
What do they say? The average kid changes his major like 2 or 3 times his career, let alone where he's going to college.
Right, but he's not allowed to change the most important thing in his life. Seems a little ridiculous.
Very ridiculous. I mean, what's wrong with Pat Downey changing his school like 7 times? What's wrong with that?
I feel like a couple of those were not his choice.
Oh, yeah. Then there's that, I guess. Okay.
One of those may have been court ordered.
Yeah, probably. All right. On the U.S. Open. There we go. Where do you want to start this?
I think there's only one place that I could start it, and it's the fact that I have now done a Dunkaroo with a U.S. Open champ, and I'm pretty excited about that.
You're going to have to tell the people what a Dunkaroo is.
Dunkaroo is when you get some sort, whether it be a sink or a garbage can, which in this particular case it was a garbage can. You fill it with ice water, get it water as cold as you possibly can. You shove your head under it. You hold your head under the water as long as you can. And then you come out and you got a shotgun of beer as soon as you pull your head out of the water. And that wakes you up.
I still don't understand the purpose of this. I've heard of you guys doing this.
No, it's a ton of fun. It sucks, but it's a lot of fun and it gets you going. It's a good time. I'm not going to do a Dunkaroo on a Sunday afternoon, but if I feel like I'm really going, well, yeah, I might. But if I'm really going to go all out, then it seems like a good thing to get the party started.
I don't think I've ever done one. I've heard of you guys doing them. I just never.
Joe Cologne definitely enjoys them.
Yeah, he was having fun.
Not to mention, he was the OW of the tournament.
Was he? I never did hear who the OW was.
Yeah, he won it. So there's not a lot of people that can say that they've done a Dunkaroo with the OW of the U.S. Open.
Wow. There you go. Pretty impressive. So he's your guy then now.
Oh, yeah. He's definitely my guy. I like Joe. He's awesome. Very genuine guy, I've always felt. I got to know him a little bit when I would go down to hang out with Eddie and Bart when Bart was at UNI, and they were all living up there, and I hung out with those guys. They were around and stuff, and I got along with him real well. Good kid.
I'm going to petition USA Wrestling that we just scrap all the other guys who qualified at 61 and Cologne and Garrett just wrestle a best-of-5 series. Yeah,
but, Seth Gross, his match with Nation was pretty incredible, too.
I was liking the other semi with Cologne and Garrett, or not Garrett, Brandon Wright. Did you see at the end of that one? They were kind of going at it a little bit, and Cologne was just egging him on, trying to get him to really go at him.
Yeah. See, that's why I like that guy.
Yeah. Yeah, he was fun to watch. That was the best final.
That was an awesome final. What Garrett had, he was up 10-4, and it's just all of a sudden within a matter of couple 30 seconds or so, he was up. Cologne was up 15-10.
Yeah,
he can score points in a hurry. The other problem, though, I feel like is just we give up too many points at that weight.
Yeah,
you go to those world level events and you just can't give up 10 points because you're going to have runs where, like a guy like Logan Stieber was the same way. He scores a ton, but he gives up a ton. You know what? He got on a run at the World Championships and won it, and that was incredible. He was hot that day. But then you're going to have days where you go 0-1 and you got teched in 47 seconds.
Yeah, you're just done. You don't get another shot.
It's over. Yeah. Because you got tech by a guy that wasn't even a good guy.
Yeah.
You went out and tried something dumb and got 4-pointed, and then you tried to rebound and got 4-pointed again, and I don't know.
So, I mean, is there anyone even coming other than those couple guys, like new guys coming in? I know maybe somebody for 57 can bump up, but
yeah. I mean, I feel like we're pretty deep at 57, but then you have, okay, Ramos is our U.S. Open champ, and he's never really done well up at that next weight up.
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't know. I guess, we got to hopefully I'm wrong. Hopefully one of those guys gets hot when it comes to the world. I'm fine if it's Joe Colon. I feel like he can score, but I just feel like he's, got to limit some of the big moves.
Yeah, I agree. I guess I don't know. I haven't seen him enough against some of them other guys in the world level to really know where he's at, but he's my guy here. I'm cheering for him at Final X. So, all right, you want to hit 57 and then go back on up?
Yeah. So 57 was obviously pretty good way. I thought that final was pretty good. You just kind of always knew it was coming, didn't you? I felt like Fix had him, but you're just like, Tony Ramos is the best strategic wrestler there is. I feel like he knows every situation and he just finds ways to win almost every time.
Yeah, I guess I don't even really have much for you here. Yeah, he's, I guess he's not done is what we found out.
Did you like the Mountain Dew and the Reese's on the mat?
Oh, I didn't see that. I must have turned away. I saw him calling for it, but
they gave it to him on the mat, and he was drinking Mountain Dew and eating the Reese's out there. I loved it. That's confidence, though, man. The guy said, you guys told the Flow guys to bring it because he wanted it on the mat, and he answered. He backed it up.
Did you see his interview afterwards? He had I haven't really seen it blow up, but he had a comment that actually one of my buddies texted me about saying, now you have to read the thing because my buddy took it one way and I took it the other way. He said something along the lines of wanting to give it to Iowa. I guess my buddy took it as he doesn't like Ramos anymore, but I took it as he could have maybe been saying he wants to get it for Iowa's, and 57's been Iowa's weight for a couple years now.
Yeah.
Did you see that quote or not?
I did. I don't think it's any secret. There's a good chance that from this point on, he only wrestles Iowa guys to make the team.
Yeah.
So, and he's not dumb. He knows that.
Mm-hmm.
If Spencer Lee comes through that challenge tournament, he's got 2 matches at a minimum with him, and he's got 2 with Gilman. So, I think he knows the situation. So, and he obviously knows that Gilman's waiting for sure. So,
mm-hmm.
Why are we? You hate the guy because he said that? Like that's, I don't know.
Well,
that's a little bit of or you no longer like the guy because he said he wants to give it to Iowa. Like, okay.
Iowa fans, man, they've turned on people for less than that.
Oh yes, that is true, man. They will turn on you immediately.
I didn't really look too much into it because he's trying to win. But I guess I did think that there was the bridges were kind of mended there, and that he was even maybe talking about down the road coming back to Iowa, or maybe that was just him not closing a door.
Yeah.
Burn bridges, I guess. But
yeah, whatever bridges were left that hadn't been burned after 2016.
Yeah.
That was all time. That was.
It was a lot of it was in the moment though.
Right. The kid he worked his entire life and his goal was to always make an Olympic team, and he just lost it. And in front of all of his fans that were cheering, that had been cheering for him his entire life, and now they were happy for Dennis too, because he was an Iowa guy too, but
yep.
He felt, I could see where he would feel that way, like they were no longer in his corner, the fans, and so you put a mic in front of him, he's gonna say something. Like that's gonna happen. He can't be mad at the kid.
Yeah, I don't hold too much against him, I guess. I don't know. Anything else? 57
with him, man. It's working.
Yeah, well, Olympic medalist. He got to know a thing or two.
Yeah, he's fairly smart.
All right, going up 65.
Let's go.
Yeah, Joey McKenna over Ironman, 7-3 in the final. What do you think of this weight? What did you think of it?
I mean, Joey McKenna's sitting into Final X now, which is it's kind of crazy to me. I just have a hard time thinking he's one of our top 2 best guys at this weight. And you know what? Ironman beat Logan, so he didn't deserve to be in the finals. And then obviously without Zane there, but it's crazy now that we could have a Zane Stever best 2 out of 3 in Rochester, and the winner goes to get McKenna. I don't know. I feel like Zane's still our best guy there. And I didn't Flo put out something they found he's supposed to do a camp the same day as the challenge tournament?
I didn't see that. Again, I was pretty busy at work today. I did not see anything like that.
It was like last week I thought I saw somewhere they had found a camp flyer from some just like little town camp that was the same day as the mini tournament, and their head clinician is Zane Rutherford, which, God, I hope I'm not making that up like I dreamt it, but I'm almost certain I saw this. And if that's the case, that's just really weird to me. Like, why would he take a year off?
Especially when nobody there, really.
Right, and winning a medal is so important, because then, bam, you get a bye to the finals, to the trials next year. You don't have to do anything but wrestle those 2 matches.
Well, going to what you said, I think this U.S. Open proved that, if you're a good or high-level college wrestler, you need to be in there like your freshman, sophomore, like right away. There's no taking time off. After college, I'll worry about that. Because, I mean, like, look at Ironman. He was right there. Well, McKenna won, I guess. Right. You have Ironman in the finals.
Yeah.
I thought that match between Ironman and McKenna, I could see that being closer and maybe even going the other way next time.
I agree. Ironman just got way too frustrated with those push-outs.
Yeah.
And he was just like, it was almost like he was starting to like mock the refs. Like, oh, that's one for him too? Okay.
Yeah.
Which is a bold strategy when freestyle wrestling, like the reffing is already so political the way it is. Like, I don't think showing up the refs is in your best interest.
When I was a freshman in high school, I did that one time in a regional tournament. I was giving the ref the arms, like, what the heck? That was a terrible call. And Tommy Mashik, he chewed my butt pretty good. He's like, this is the only sport where the refs have like literally all the control, and you're trying to piss them off. That's stupid.
I swear to God, when I was a kid, when I was a youth, I believed I got a pair of USA Wrestling socks because I thought that might help the ref think. It's for some way in my weird twisted brain, I was like, oh, he'll see USA Wrestling, and he'll be like, oh, this guy, supports USA Wrestling, who ultimately pays my check. Like, I'm gonna give him some calls, because it does. They everybody talks about how much better freestyle wrestling is than folk style, and I think that is I completely, wholeheartedly disagree. Folk style wrestling is about control and dominating a guy. Freestyle wrestling is just about like, let's do some acrobatic shit and see what happens. And one guy may say I scored 4 points, the other guy may say he scored 2, and the other guy white paddles it.
Yeah.
I just like how the reffing can be so different between 3 refs. Every single call is, to me, states that it ain't right. Like there just should not be that much discretion. And then the challenge, like they don't. When was the last time you saw a challenge get overturned?
Oh, I don't know. I didn't watch as much wrestling as I should have. There was just so much of it this weekend. But yeah,
I feel like we're at about like 5% of the challenges get overturned.
Yeah,
about 1 in 20, which I feel like they make more wrong calls than that. But I don't know.
Yeah,
I
it's
also
tough.
don't know the rules 100% either. Because why learn them? They're going to change next year.
Maybe I pay more attention than most do, but yeah, I have a pretty good idea what they are, I guess.
Right.
All right. Anything else? 65?
No, I mean, I think that I hope Zane isn't going to do some little camp with 40 kids in it, and I hope he actually shows up in Rochester.
If he thinks he can make the team, I'm sure he'll be there, is what I would think.
Why would he think he can't? I mean, he was on the team last year.
Of course. Unless he's hurt, but
right.
Other than that.
Okay.
All right. 70 pounds. So not 70 pounds. 70 kilograms. What do you got here?
This one. Wait, is this Chamberlain? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. This weight just didn't do it for me. Did it? What about you?
So I was going to tell you, I don't even know what the two look like compared to each other. They probably look totally different, but it's just my dumb brain that can't figure it out. But to me, Jason Chamberlain and Andrew Hawkstrasser are the same person. It's probably just because they're both from Boise.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was thinking, I'm like, is this the guy Matt that used to be around Mack's weight, or is this? I can't ever keep him straight. So. Yeah, I mean... No,
it's not the same guy. Hawkstrasser was... Because he redshirted my senior year. So he was obviously a couple years younger than me. He did come out to the Southern Scuffle, and I wrestled him once. I can't remember where. I struggled with him. He was tough.
Really?
And then he came out to the Southern Scuffle, and I was supposed to have to... I think I was going to meet him at the Scuffle, but he got... maybe Gray beat him in the semis, so I didn't have him, and then I had Gray in the finals, if I remember right. So I didn't end up seeing him, but I remember thinking, like, Hawkstrasser's good, so I got to be ready to go, even though he was redshirt.
So you can confirm that they're not the same guy.
They are, in fact, not the same guy. I'm sure that I've seen them both in the same room at the same time, but I can't say for sure. But it had to have happened.
Other than, I didn't really, he wasn't doing it for me. I was cheering for Hidley pretty hard.
I mean, look at that. Like you were saying, another college guy going out there and wrestling and making the finals.
I totally thought about mentioning him in the last podcast too, like, ooh, maybe, he could do something, and I was kicking myself when that final was going on, like, God dang it, why didn't I say his name? So I could look smarter. Yeah. I would have.
I probably would have mocked that pick, but man, he looked good.
Mm-hmm. And then, Molinaro, he didn't look that good against Chamberlain, I didn't think. And then, other than that, there was really nothing of note.
No. It's just these weights, and especially, even next year it'll be even more so, but these non-Olympic weights just... They get thin, and next year guys will be trying to transform their body to get to an Olympic weight. So I would assume they'll be even thinner next year.
So we don't really have much there, I guess is what we're saying.
Correct.
All right. On the 74 kilograms then, you had Imar over Dan Valamont. It took him all of 1 minute 20 seconds to tech him. And again, other than that, I mean, really nothing.
How old is Dan Valamont?
Well, you'd be the better gauge than me. Yeah. They said on Flow, they said that he was his senior year was Kale's first year, I think.
I believe he is a year younger than me.
Really?
Or so. And him still wrestling is crazy. Like, he hasn't been wrestling the whole time, though, has he?
I think so. I mean, his name's been
on that grind for the last 10 years.
I think so. Well, that's the thing, too. It's like, again,
no, he must be a couple years younger than me then, because if his first year or his senior year was Kale's first year out there, that wasn't until because Iowa won 3 in a row, right? 8, 9, and 10.
I can't remember that stuff, man. I forget. I
I'm
used to
pretty
be able
sure
to do that.
I know Iowa won 2008, 2009, I believe. They maybe won 2010. So he's either 2010 or 2011. So he's probably 8 years out of college, 7 or 8 years out.
So, yeah, he's about my age then, I guess we're saying. Yeah. So he's about 31 probably.
Yeah.
But, that like, again, you know, I give the guy credit because he's still doing and competing at a high level, but he's really not close. He just got teched by Imar.
Who has got a long road ahead of him.
Yeah, who I still think Kolchitsky's better. And then there's some guy named Jordan Burroughs.
Right.
So.
Did you see Imar's tweet today?
Uh-uh.
He said, everyone wants to believe it's impossible until it is done. What do you think he means?
Everyone wants to believe it's impossible until it's done. I don't know.
Beating Burroughs, right? I mean, that's the underlying meaning of his tweet, right?
Well, yeah, probably.
That's how I read it, which I love. I'm a huge Imar fan, as you know.
Well, wait, was it around lunchtime? Maybe he was at one of them places where they have like a competition on eating a big burger or something.
Yeah, that's true. He's got to eat like a 60-ounce steak.
Yeah, that'd be my guess.
It didn't have a picture with it. It was 10 hours ago, so it'd have been, right around 11 a.m. Yeah, he's probably just sitting down to a big meal.
Right about lunchtime.
Man, you are smart.
Oh, God. Yep. There you go.
So I like Imar's confidence. I'm cheering for him to, especially just I want to see him make Final X. I think that would be a pretty cool match. Obviously, Burroughs is a favorite, but how does Imar respond to that double leg? He's got some pretty strong hips. Can he stop that double? Can he scrap with him? I don't know.
I don't think that match is even close.
Probably not, but I would like to think that he can at least hang with him. Would you say a Vincenzo's a better match against Burroughs than Imar?
No. I think they're both pretty equal.
Okay.
Cenzo's style, I don't think he'd even get anything going against Burroughs, would he? Any of that stuff?
Burroughs hasn't tied it up in 8 years.
Yeah. So good luck with.
Because that's what both Cenzo and Imar need.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know. I want to believe that Imar can at least wrestle with him. I'll probably be proved very wrong, but I don't know. I'd like to see it. I hope the match happens.
No. Yeah, I definitely look forward to it, but I don't have a lot of hope.
If anything, because, obviously Burroughs is going through this cycle, but at some point the guy's going to retire, right?
Yeah, you got 2 kids. You don't really probably have to worry about money too much.
No, I don't think so. But at some point you think he's going to retire from wrestling, and then who's USA Wrestling's next guy? And I'd like to think I would like to hope Imar closes the gap or is getting there where he can step in and compete when Burroughs is done. But
yeah,
we'll see. Also, Jason Nolf will probably be around that weight at that time.
Yeah, he'd be a good one.
Yeah, he's pretty good too.
All right. Anything else there?
Nope.
Okay. On to 79 kilograms. Kyle Dake's weight, although Deringer gave him a very good go in the finals. 5-5, Dake won on criteria. What are you thinking here?
I think Deringer won, man. He initiated that sequence that put Dake to his back. I think it should be scored 2 Deringer, 1 Dake on the reversal.
So, is that how they called it on the mat, or you had it different? I'm trying to remember.
No, they called it 2-2.
I watched it. I'm trying to think of exactly what it was. I think I agreed with the call they made, actually.
I think if you slow it down, you look and Deringer hops into him, that takes Dake to his back, and then Dake tries to do the crotch lift from there.
Mm-hmm.
which I don't know that I don't think you could definitively say Derringer exposed himself. And for it to go 2-2 just doesn't seem like the right call to me.
Yeah, I watched it live. I'm struggling to remember exactly how it went in my head, but I was watching it and I just remember I thought that it was really close. I mean, wouldn't, if it went the other way, I wouldn't have been like, that is a terrible call.
No.
But yeah, I mean that decided the match. So
right, and I think it's a huge thing to be decided because Valencia is no easy guy to beat. You're going to have to beat him, probably him, in 2 out of 3 in Rochester just to get back to Final X now, and that's not an easy thing to do.
No.
So, I mean, getting that bye to Final X meant something.
Because you got Zahid's going to be at this weight too, probably, right?
Yeah,
is he the other one?
That's what I mean, Zahid.
Yeah. So, yeah, you wanted to win that one for sure.
Right. What do you make of Mark Hall not competing? So he's done he's not wrestling freestyle this year.
Well, no, he's wrestling at Pan Am's, I'm pretty sure.
Okay, but it doesn't get him into trials.
No, it does not. He can't be? No, he can't be junior eligible still, can he?
No,
he's way older too, isn't he?
Yeah,
or a year older or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Like we just said, if the kids in college that age, their time is now. It's not wait, but
it almost seems like all the Penn State guys are like, you know what, we had a long year and it's not an Olympic year. This doesn't really matter this year. We'll see how many of them show up in Rochester. I mean, obviously Mark Hall can. He's done.
Yeah.
All
I
the
don't
other
know.
guys are in for being national champs. So.
Yep. I'm assuming it's just kind of, I wouldn't say maybe burnt out is the right word because he's still going strong. But yeah, maybe he's just like, I just need a break here.
Right.
He's been going every summer strong, right? Since
he's
forever.
won a couple world levels titles.
That's a whole couple extra seasons that other guys aren't even going through. So
Kyle Snyder does it. Why can't everybody else?
Well, yeah, I guess he does. But I'll be curious to see too if he tapers off here. I mean, obviously he will because he won't have the college grind necessarily, but
yeah. But does he do more tournaments overseas, or does he still kind of stick with that same schedule he's been doing?
So you're kind of playing right into the guys overseas into their hands to get more looks at you.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh man, he's so smart. I feel like he makes adjustments match to match more than as much as anybody else.
Yeah. I don't know. There's only so many adjustments you can make though, right? I don't know.
Yeah.
I guess he can constantly keep evolving, but did you
see the thing? Oh, no, I'm not.
What?
I was going to say about him pushing that 1,700-pound sled.
I did see that video, yeah.
So awesome.
I wonder how many of me it would take to move that. Like 7 of me or what? I don't know.
7 Eric power.
I have no idea.
7
I've never done anything like
EVs
that. Oh, God. Did you watch Derringer's semifinal match?
I don't believe so. Who was it against?
I don't know. That's what I was going to ask you. Who was that guy? You couldn't see his face. It was just hair all over his head. Every square inch of head was hair.
I don't know who this guy is. I'm interested now, though.
It was listed as Mike Evans. So, Mike Evans lost 11-0, and I'm saying the reason he lost is because he couldn't see. So I would throw him in the mix maybe, if he decides to shave.
Yeah, I've heard that Mike Evans likes a good, hard, straight-up maker's mark.
Does that surprise you at all?
No, it's exactly what I would expect.
At least surprising.
I can attest to that as a fact because I witnessed it happen at Big Tens a couple years back. A double. It was awesome.
Oh, man. All right. Anything else at that weight?
No, I mean, I think it's, obviously pretty straightforward. 2 guys. Then it'll be interesting what happens with Valencia.
Yep.
I actually didn't think about this, but Senzo could show up too.
Yep.
And Imar could end up having to wrestle him in a 2 out of 3 if he decides he wants to wrestle freestyle.
Yeah, I think Chenzo's so much in Imar's head right now that I don't think that would go well for Imar, but
yeah, we'll see. That'd be awesome too.
Oh yeah, I would love to see that. All right, on to 86 kilograms. David Taylor over Richard Perry in the finals 8-0. This is also our boy Pat Downey's weight. Ended up 7th.
But he's in.
He's in.
Did just enough. Dude, he's going to go on a miracle run at trials. Coming in as the last seeded guy.
I think so. He'll be ready. He'll be ready.
Should be well rested.
Be very well rested. He might maybe have a coach this time. Because you're going to be there.
I'm going to be there. Oh my God. If he lets me sit in his corner, I will call you. We'll record from the corner.
Rochester's not that far. Maybe I can just scoot up there for a day,
Yeah. I don't know why. It'd actually probably just have to be the morning, I would guess.
Hey, you got 12 minutes I could borrow for my 0-2 trip here?
I would get some content here for the podcast.
Yeah. I don't know.
This way it's pretty straightforward. It's David Taylor. He's the guy. I thought it was interesting that before the match even happened, there was a blurb or a little thing on the bottom of an advertisement for Final X, and it said, "Watch Burroughs, Taylor, Gwizdowski, and others."
Oh God, did it really?
And it was like, Taylor's not even qualified for Final X yet. And you have a guy by the name of Kyle Snyder that is qualified. Why are you using David Taylor as the advertising piece? I mean, he's just USA Wrestling's poster boy. They want it so bad, but
well, like we said last week, he was probably the biggest lock, and I guess he showed it. So
yeah, he was good.
Yeah, he was. I guess as much as I was expecting him to walk through, like he still did. I guess Perry gave him maybe a little better go than I thought he was gonna, but it still wasn't too much of a threat. I mean, relative to me thinking he was just gonna walk through, I guess I should say.
Right.
All right. On to 92 kilograms. Jaden Cox over Hayden Zilmer. Very close match in the final, 2-0.
Yeah. I talked to Jared. They weren't too happy with I guess he was not exactly pleased with the style that Hayden wrestled. He thought he wrestled a little conservative. The plan was to try to get on him pretty hard and try to see if you can wear him out. Hayden's got a heck of a gas tank on him, and I mean the kid trains so hard. He's not going to get tired no matter if you sprint for 6 minutes straight. So, that was the plan, was to try to take Jaden to deep waters, but you got to be smart too, because he's so quick and so strong that you try to wear him out and you make one little mistake and all of a sudden he double legs you for 4 and you may snap your neck.
That's a lot easier said than done. Cox is just such a boulder, and he's so athletic too.
You got to move a guy to get him tired, and how do you move something that's that strong?
I mean, obviously, when you're at that level and you're that close to Cox, you're going to want to come away with the win. But I feel like Zilmer's got to be pretty happy with his tournament he had, doesn't he, or not?
I would think so. I mean, he came in at the 2 seed, so he got second. But
yeah, there's some good guys in there, but
right,
he really wasn't pushed. It looks like he won 14-2 in the semis. I didn't watch that match, but he teched the other 2 guys.
Right.
Did you see Cox and Duran win semifinal match? That got a little heated towards the end.
Yeah, I heard that one got a little chippy.
I think that was Wynn just kind of trying to pull out all the stops, but
fluster a guy and get into his head a little bit.
I didn't realize how short he was. He is
Wynn?
Yeah, he is wide too, man.
Yeah. Yeah, he is a brick.
Yeah, that's got to be a different style wrestling somebody like that.
Right.
I guess not really a whole lot here. Do you have anything else at that weight?
No, I don't think so.
All right. On to 97 kgs. Kind of a surprise here. You had Schaefer from Okie State over Ty Walls 14-7 in the finals. And that was, 4 versus 2 in the finals?
Yeah, this was... I mean, Austin Schaefer's 0-time All-American in college is now U.S. Open champ. It's crazy to me.
Absolutely.
And it seemed to really be... The match went perfect for Schaefer, in my opinion. I mean, he was getting the edge in a lot of things. Not that he didn't earn it or beat Ty Walls, but I feel like some of those scenarios maybe don't go that same way again the next time.
Yeah, I thought it was on Walls. He wrestled a weird style, I thought.
Right.
I don't know. It just was not a smart match. And then the scoring in that match was ridiculous. Even, I think it was Piles was commenting on the call. God, I can't remember what they were now, but it seemed like there were 2 or 3 exchanges where Schaefer should not have gotten points, and they gave it to him.
Right. Weird. Freestyle wrestling officiating is always something.
Yeah, I guess you're right. You did say it. I told you Walls would be in there, though, but actually I had him picked to win it, so I guess I can't take full credit for that.
You didn't pick Schaefer. I remember that.
I picked Walls.
Yeah.
So I guess my guy made it to the finals, at least, is what I'm saying. You had Gadsden. Oh, that was another thing, too. Did you watch the semi-match with him and Schaefer?
No, what did he do?
He was winning with 5 seconds left, and he got arm drug or something. It was for a takedown. He was up 3-2.
Oh, shoot.
It was, he kind of flinched a little bit, and that was that. So, Gadsden was winning for how long, and then gave it up.
I will say, thank God again for Kyle Snyder, because without him, we're not good at this weight.
No, we're not. Because like we talked, or like I said last week, Gadsden, he's never even won more than a match or 2 at Fargo. And, he's come a long way, but
right,
he's still got a long ways to go to be a medal threat, I think.
Yeah. Maybe if Kyle Snyder doesn't exist, Varner tries to hold his weight down at 230. I don't know if he could still make it or not. But
yeah, that's a lot of weight. I feel like he's a big boy now.
Yeah, he looked pretty good size.
All right, you want to move on to the biggest?
That's a perfect segue into heavyweight.
Absolutely. Okay, what were your takeaways here? Maybe the best weight of the tournament.
Yeah, I think depth-wise, it was pretty. For heavyweight, it was an awesome weight. Kuhn is a big man, and he is strong. And I saw he hasn't wrestled freestyle since 2015, and he hadn't wrestled Greco since the trials in 16. And went and got second in Greco and first in freestyle, it's incredible, right?
On the same weekend, on the same 2 or 3 days.
Right. Hadn't wrestled any of it in years. So,
yeah. What was your takeaway from the Kuhn-Stevenson match?
The Kuhn is strong and smart. And better positioning. He was a veteran wrestling a high school kid. I guess I would say he just kind of outsmarted him in a lot of positions. And I would say that Gable's experiment in seniors was not a disappointment by any means. He crushed Tanner Hall, who's a guy he'll see next year.
Yeah.
He had Don Bradley beaten, gave up a point with 4 seconds to go to lose by criteria. So he's 4 seconds away from being third at the Open.
Mm-hmm.
Gwiz isn't there. I don't know. It's behind nobody that still has any college eligibility left either. I guess is the biggest thing.
My biggest takeaway, like I told you before, from the Stevenson-Kuhn match was that your boy Dustin Schlater needs to get a hold of LeBron's hair guy, man.
Yeah, it's the getting thin up there.
He's a little thin up front, yeah. They had him zoomed in on him during that challenge there.
Oh, no, the camera did him dirty?
Well, maybe not zoomed in on him, but you could see, and that was where I noticed. I was like, oh, yep, all right.
We got to get him a storm hat then, it sounds like.
Yes, he needs to wear a hat or something.
All those years of frosting his tips finally caught up to him.
Did CP always do that too?
Oh, yeah. Him and CP love frosting their tips.
How's he looking up
He's
top
still doing
now?
okay. He's doing all right.
He's still doing the frosted tip look?
No, he has moved on from that.
Oh, all right. Okay.
Do you think that'll come back?
Oh, I mean, eventually, right? Everything's
point,
cyclical.
Yeah. We'll see.
Anything else with heavyweight?
No, I think that, like I said, I thought Gable's experience up there was promising. I think the plan for him is to go back down to juniors just because it's the same weekend and he wouldn't be able to petition. If he doesn't make the senior team, he wouldn't be able to petition for a match at a later date to make the junior team.
Really?
So, yeah, USA Wrestling said they won't be able to. So, from what I understand, the plan is to have him go back down to juniors in Rochester.
I guess I'm kind of shocked on that because I thought it was any, world team member from the year before. So,
well, so he's qualified for the junior trials.
Yeah,
they're going on at the same time, and if he wrestles in the senior tournament, he can't petition off against the winner of the junior tournament. So
I thought that's happened before, but I don't know. My memory is a little cloudy.
Yeah.
So
from what I hear, that's the plan: is have him go back down, wrestle the juniors at trials.
Yeah, like
juniors, Iowa had some good guys. They did pretty good.
Moody, man, where the heck did he come from?
Who's that guy?
Pull up Iowa's team picture, and he's like right in the middle making a goofy face. You'll know exactly who I'm talking about.
Okay.
Go to, HawkeyeSports.com. I don't know.
This is bad radio.
No, it's not. You look it up. Everyone go look it up. That's your homework. He's just making a funny face. He's got crazy hair, so.
I wouldn't be surprised if my phone sets up a prompt like, are you sure you want to go to Hawkeyes?
Ask you 3 or 4 times.
There's like a code I got to enter.
Yeah, and then it says you're banned. Are you doing it right now?
Yeah, I'm on it.
Oh,
man.
Okay. All right. Yeah, and then, Warner, I guess everyone was kind of writing off that Woodley, but Woodley beat him at the UNI Open. I don't think they met in the finals, though. So I guess I didn't see who he lost to. I'm just thinking that now. I forgot about it before. Yeah, then you had the 2 Iowa State guys. Gomez,
he is making a face.
Oh, yeah. I think he's kind of the jokester on the team is what it sounds like. So,
okay.
I don't know. Heard some rumors there might be some open weights next year for the Hawkeyes that people aren't expecting. So, I don't know how much I can say on that. So, he might be fitting right in that range, though. Nice.
Well, that Field Junior is no joke of a tournament, man. That's a tough tournament. You win that thing, then you're pretty good.
Yeah.
Did you see my guy, Greg?
Oh, yeah. I was going to say, I've kind of seen him before. I guess I never really paid attention. That dude he's a man.
Yes.
Holy cow.
That kid is a high school junior, and he's a young one at that.
Oh, my God.
He is huge.
Yeah, it's crazy. Is it? I mean, obviously.
He's still a cadet.
Really?
Yeah, he bumped up to juniors, teched his way through it in the first period without giving up a point.
Oh.
The kid is awesome. I feel like my days wrestling with him are starting to get numbered.
You still wrestle with him?
Yeah, and it's getting worse and worse.
Well, if the other Pinnacle coaches came up to you and said, Mack, you got to take one for the team. You got to put on a little more weight for us. What would you say to that?
I'll do it.
I'll take one for the team.
No,
I'll put some more.
So he's wrestling at 213 or whatever. He cut down from 226. to make it.
Yeah.
I don't think it's too much problem, but the kid's lean, man. There's just not a lot of fat on him. And, as much as I'd love for him to be a 97-pounder, I just kind of accepted the fate that that's probably never going to happen.
Oh.
It sucks because he's one of my favorites, and I'd love to see him stay home, but I want nothing but the best for the kid. And I think at Oklahoma State, man, the kid is going to be really, really good.
It'll be fun to watch, that's for sure.
Yeah.
All right, you have anything else?
No, we talked a little bit about possibly getting into this seed in the Iowa State tournament. Maybe we can save that for next week.
Yeah, we're pretty
getting
late.
A little long.
Oh, yeah.
And it's not like anything's going to happen in the next week, so we'll maybe jump into that next week.
Yeah, we can do that. Have some Pan Am, and I was kind of looking forward to watch, just looking at the results at Euros, so.
Yep.
All the Russian guys, but I just want to give a shout out to Nick Reiter for helping us record this podcast tonight. Mack forgot his laptop at work.
Not to be confused with my cousin Nick Reiter.
Yes, Nick Reiter, I guess. Yeah, I don't
thought
feel
you were
like
getting some landscaping work done.
I don't think Nick Reiter would be a good, tech guy. I feel like he'd get things kind of crossed up a little bit, maybe.
Yeah. Maybe that's what we need Escapes to sponsor us. We're giving him shout outs.
There we go. He owes us money now.
Yeah, for sure.
All right.
All right, man.
All right. Well, this was episode 6 of the Shots Fired podcast. Make sure you give us a 5-star rating, and hopefully we'll keep going on every Tuesday with this. So check back next Tuesday. Thanks, guys.
See you guys.